Hot. Thank you very much for attending Alface for the past time. Hello, welcome to another Foxy No Tail live stream here live on Twitch. As you may be able to tell by the look on my face and from my voice, I am incredibly tired today. I didn't sleep at all last night, so expect quite a chilled live stream. Probably me pausing lots and getting confused. And if you can keep up, if you can help me by doing the usual asking lots of questions, that would be very, very helpful. I've got a runny already. This is not good news. Right, today we're on Truly Bedrock Season 4. We're going to be doing landscaping. I've got a plan for my base. And I don't know if I should... No, I don't think I should show it. I've kind of, like, very vaguely thrown some stuff together with, like, commands in creative mode. And it's not very nice at all. It was very sort of sketchy and not ideal. So, I'm not going to show that. But I kind of know what I want to do. And we're going to start with a few rivers and... maybe laying down some pathways to see where we get. Before we get into that, I will... So does the iron farm works as true, Pat? It does. It works very well. I am now very, very rich on iron. I have like more than 9 stacks of iron in my ender chest at this moment. Do we get as a giant Zen waterfall? Says Addons. There will be a waterfall. There'll be... We're going to... Well, I'll try and explain to you. I don't know whether I should show you it or not, because I mean, it's not going to spoil anything, because it's just a work in progress. So it looks awful, and I don't want you guys to think, oh, is that what it's going to look like? I'm not going to watch any of your videos anymore, because it's so bad. But I'll try and explain it. You might be able to tell, the reason I'm stood up here is you might be able to tell that I've already started to shape the landscape a little bit. I was in a meeting till late last night with the Truly Bedrock team members. We always have a little chit-chat on a Monday night. That went on till quite late, just chit-chattering and, you know, getting on with people, and I've managed to sort of smooth out the gradients around there a little bit. I've cleared up the farm bit at the front here. I've cleared out and flattened that hill a little bit as well. And my idea is, yay, hot cup of tea and Foxy No Tail makes for a wonderful day, says Ducky Spooky. Well, thank you very much. Duck-ass Spooky, not Ducky Spooky. Oh, shut up. Milsey has subscribed for 23 months. 1 more month, Milsey. You've got 2 years, and then you can quit. You're welcome. So my idea is that I want it to be sort of a medieval-ish, and I'm not going to put a label on it as medieval because I'll get complaints that things aren't medieval enough. But basically, I want it to be like rural England with hedgeways and trees and paths and farmland and like the odd building. So at the back here, we've got our main entrance there. And oh, no, sorry, it's there. I want to have a waterfall coming down from this side of the cliff and running through into a river that'll run down there and run all the way down there and off down into that little pond. I want another little river coming from the top of that hill, intersecting with it. And I also want the river that's here to fork off and go that way down there, sort of creating a divide between mine and Jesse's base. If you don't know, Jesse's there. Mr. Beardstone is over there in that direction. And all that sort of hilly stuff there is no man's land. So we're not going to be working much with that. I might tree that area. I might forest it just so it's got something on it. But for now, I want to concentrate on getting some rivers in. And then we're going to have sort of some farm buildings and lots of farmland. There's going to be big wheat fields, big carrot fields, big potato fields, basically just lots of fields, areas for animals and stuff like that as well. And then down at the bottom on that flat area there, I want to have a relatively small town, just sort of a handful of buildings with like a... Oh, thank you very much, Teddy Legend Gaming, for the raid there. Very much appreciated. Welcome, raiders. So, I bet villagers walking on the wrong side of the road. Got it, says Mike on Switch. Yeah, exactly. So a little lot, sort of very, very basic town down there. And then leading down, off that, I want to have a staircase going down to a boardwalk in front of this cliff face here. And in front of this cliff face here, I actually want to create big sea caves in the wall that you can sort of go in as well and access sort of an underground area of all this. So that's for the whole season. I'm not going to plan on doing that all today. But that's the kind of the season plan. We'll be doing buildings in videos, live streams, but I want to do the majority of the landscape work on these Twitch live streams. I want to keep my YouTube live streams to doing farms and things like that because I think that's fun. And the chat's sort of really energetic there. And I think the chill out sort of lazy landscapey live stream would be better for Twitch because we can just enjoy the streams a little bit more in a more relaxed way. Speaking of the YouTube streams, I do want to apologize to anybody that is not happy with my attitude in those streams. I've been called out a couple of times in the comments for being overly condescending and mean to people with my responses, and not forgetting that not everybody is, you know, older and they don't understand things. So if I have upset anybody, if you think I've been overly mean in those live streams, I'm very sorry, but it's just me. It's how I am. I try to do it in a funny way. It doesn't always come across that way. A lot of people don't understand my sarcasm. I don't mean any harm to anybody. It's an apology, okay? Jeez. Now shut up and let me get on. Oh, you did it again. Mike on Switch there was third-rate viewers for sure. Yeah, I know, right? Jeez, can't get the staff. Go over to YouTube. You think you get a load of really cool people because it's all new and fresh, and it just turns out they're a bunch of whingy moaners. Oh, you told me off. Oh, shut up. Get over it. Grow a pair. Jeez, you can't say that anymore. I'll say what I want, and then I'll get cancelled, and then I won't have a channel. Yeah, better not. I'll be good. Okay. Jeez. Sorry. Foxy, you mean they must have the wrong fox, says Lofty. Right, peeps. So, first thing we're going to do is we need to move these bees, which is going to be tricky because I don't want them in the way. I also don't want to break their hives because I need honey for my achievements. Speaking of achievements, a little bit of a spoiler, but in my video that will be coming out between Christmas and New Year, I have managed to get the zoologist, the one with the pandas, the one with the goats, and the one with the master traders. So I got 3 new achievements there today, and I managed to massively mess them up, so you'll enjoy that. I even made a song about one of them, which will be in one of the videos, so enjoy that one as well. Mike on Switch, you can't say that either. Sorry, what, are you Canadian now? Not only Canadian people apologise, Mike. Jeez, they're just really good at it. I think they learned it from the British. Right. Although, it depends which type of Brit you did. There's some Brits that are so, like, silver spoon and have sticks wedged in certain places that they will not apologise because nothing could possibly be their fault. On the other hand, you've got the other people who are, oh, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to. It's an accident. I won't ever do it again. I'm sorry. Well, you didn't do anything. I'm really, just in case I've offended. I'm really sorry. Mitz is one of those. Mitz is just like that. JCB's the opposite. JCB's the one with the stick in the place. Aren't you, JC? Hello, JC. Welcome to the stream. I should not have said that. JCB there clipped my apology as well. This is why I have to apologise all the time. Because I say stuff that to me is really funny because it's a joke. But I know not everybody takes it as a joke. Sorry, JC, I didn't mean it. Should have heard the things we were saying about Jessie B in the meeting yesterday, bless her. Poor Jessie. Jessie started it. Right, we're going to give you fire. Okay, don't worry about it. Oh, we need another one. We're going to give you fire. Please don't fly into it. Please don't fly into it, you morons. Do you know what? I haven't got a Silk Touch axe. A Silk Touch axe would be really useful because I can break those without spending 4 hours doing it with the pickaxe. Let's make 1 more of those. We'll move our bees. That'll be the first thing to do today is moving our bees. What do you do on your live stream for 3 hours? I moved 3 beehives about 40 feet. Must have taken you a long time. It did. I was very careful, but it's because I didn't have an axe. It took me 3 hours to just mine them. I should be all right to break them now, even with the bees outside, right? Or do I have to wait till they're home? Bellboy CYC says, how do you have achievements on while also having behavior packs on? Is something I don't know about. I don't know. Speaking of things glitching and not working properly, my microphone has been playing up something rotten in the last couple of live streams. So today I am using a different microphone, but it's going through the same system as a test to see if it's my microphone or if it's the system. So if it does start playing up again, please let me know. I'm hoping it's not my microphone because my other microphone's a good microphone, and if that's what's playing up, that's a big shame. But I am also hoping it's not the Go XLR thing it goes into, because I don't think they make those anymore, and I love it and I couldn't live without it. So yeah. 40 feet just triggered all your European viewers, said Mike on Switch. Look, I gotta like alternate so that I can appease everybody, you see. Sometimes I'll say meters, sometimes I'll say feet. In the UK, we can choose anyway what measure of distance we want. We have miles and meters on the road and yards. And we have feet, depending on the circumstances. We measure ourselves in feet and inches. We weigh ourselves in stones and pounds. We take measurements, units of measurement for everything else in millimeters and mile. It's ridiculous. We just like, we'll have a bit of everything. Be all right. Don't worry about it. Yard, says Mock Turtle. I know, right? Was just about to say we use both measuring systems as JCB. We do indeed. We do indeed. But then we complain about everything else. That if anyone else's like countries use imperial, we're on it. Like, you can't do that. You got to go metric, mate. You got to go. You can't be Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit. You can't use Fahrenheit. You go. What are you like from the Dark Ages? Geez, use Celsius, and then we're going like, it's about 17 feet, 4 yards, 17 feet, and 37 inches, and it will cost you threepence and an halfpenny. You what? So yeah, we're. I don't know if it's just all British people. I think it is, but we're a little bit. What's the word? Hypocritical. A bunch of hypocrites, maybe, possibly. You weigh yourselves in currency, says I the night. Yes, we get all of our money because we're all very rich, and we put those on one side of the balance scales, and then we see how much money we actually weigh. It's also a show of how rich you are. The more you weigh, the more rich you are. So, you know, that's why I've been trying to pile it on lately. They can't beat the scales. Right. So, water is going to come out of here. It is going to go down the hill. It's going to go down that way. And it's going to go round there and over there. So, we're going to just dig a horrible-looking trench for now. And then we're going to decorate it with stone and cobblestone and andesite and tuff and all that sort of stuff to make it look worn and broken, and obviously so the water actually flows where we want it to flow, but we also want it to go off in that direction as well. So this is the plan for today, is to create this. Now this bit doesn't need to be too like this bit doesn't need to be too perfect because it's going to be going quite steeply down this hill anyway. It's more when we get lower down that we need to worry about the angles, the angle of the dangle, as my dad used to say. Was he talking about? No, it's about when you're measuring things. Jeez. Wow, wait. Was it 5 o'clock? No, it wasn't 5 o'clock. Gee. How can we both money and weight? Says Bellboy CYC pounds. Lofty says Diamond Fairies in chat. I know I already timed them out once. Somehow they've re-engaged. Obviously didn't time them out for long enough. You're not welcome here, Diamond Fairy. Shoo off. Be gone. Get riddance. Get riddance? Good riddance. I'm tired. I can say what I want. You can't. Well, I probably will. And then you'll get in trouble. I know. Mitz will be on it. She'll be like, you can't say that in your live stream, Mr. Foxy. No, I've told you loads of times. The Diamond Fairy's had message deleted. Who deleted it? Oh, Roth. Ralph doing I can't say that either. Doing good work. Timing out the time. Okay. We're going this way, peeps. We're going across here. We're going to go down here. This is where the lake is going. It's not a lake, it's a river. It's a stream more than anything. It's going to come down this way a little bit, like this. And then this is going to be tricky because there's not a lot of land underneath any of this. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. So it was a lot easier to do this in creative mode on my test sort of world. Not quite as easy in real Minecraft. Why don't you like the Diamond Fairy, Foxy? We've been through this, Lofty. Been through this loads of times. They upset the economy of my servers and they keep hacking into my systems. They're not trustworthy. I don't like them. They can get lost, as far as I'm concerned. Ah! Help! I can't believe Jessie B hasn't bothered filling in the rest of the lights down there in my base area. Jeez, she's so lazy. Can't trust her to do anything. What do you mean she spent all that time decorating the spawner farm that I made? Made it together. I know, it's a joke. Okay, we have one stream. Look at that, perfect. No more work required on that one. Poor Diamond Fairy, they were behaving, says Jessie B. They're never behaving. They're not welcome here. They should be banned. I don't know why they haven't been banned yet. Mitz must have Like, oh, they're probably paying Mitts off, to be honest with you. I'm sure I've banned them before, but they've managed to get back in again. Thunder Horse is literally the same thing. £1 of gold used to be the value of a British pound. That's where it came from. A pound of gold used to be the British pound. I don't think so. A pound of gold very much more expensive than the British pound. Always has been, I think. But I think you might be onto something there in terms of like weights and measures being measured in gold. But I don't think a pound of gold was worth a pound. I don't think that's... Maybe I'm wrong, but that seems too simple, doesn't it, Slack?
Do it.
Oh, my goodness. That's the wrong button, Slack. How many times? Right, so we're also... This had a bigger peak on it before, but I kind of ruined it when I flattened it all yesterday. So I think we'll start from around about here. And we'll bring the next one down to meet up with that one. I'm trying to make them come down with sort of the natural curves and to the generation of the hills. But it's hard to do. Especially when it's nighttime and you can't see anything. You've got lights shining in your face. Time for bed. Always mock, says Mitts. I try to always mock. No, I'm talking to Mock Turtle. Oh, sorry. Jesse B's there. Say no, my bad. Jesse. We got a first time chat from Thunderhorse, by the way. Say must be loaded in the UK. What's loaded in the UK? Oh, are you talking about how rich we all are? Oh, yes, very rich. Yes, very loaded. Was that a comment on my weight? Okay, Kenny says, not a fan of your waiting music because it reminds me of Stranger Things. I'm sick of waiting for the new season. Is it waiting music? I didn't realise it was waiting music. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the new season. It feels like there's been a long time getting around to this season, doesn't it? I want to know... obviously, no spoilers. I'm not going to talk about spoilers from the other one, but I want to know what happens to the guy, okay? And then that's all I'm going to say. And I know probably some of you have already known. It's probably been out on like social media and stuff and talked about by the producers. I don't want to know. Don't tell me. But that's what I'm interested in finding out. Okay? Jeez. Give me a break. Right, we're heading towards Jesse B's base now. We're tearing up the floor. Got to bring this extra bit of lake bit. Now, Jesse, do you want this to go down into your bit and go into your river? Or do you want this to just sort of meander off over the edge again like the other ones? Are you going to add a little lake pond at the top of the hill? No, because it's a mountain that's full of ice. It would naturally have water streams and springs running down from it. So, no, that wasn't planning to. I'm just going to have a little hole in the hill where water comes out. Because, well, man, I'm lazy, really. That's probably the main reason, let's be honest. No, saying that I must be loaded in the UK because I'm a chunky boy, says Thunderhorse. All right, okay. I got you. Okay. Not judging my way, judging your own. Okay. We got one there, we got one there, we got one there. I feel like there should have been... Oh, yeah, there should be one going all the way to the edge over here and going over that bit. So we need to give this one a little bit of a diversion here. We need to come off at this point. I say give it a curl round there, I guess. And we're heading in that... Oh, I don't want it to be too straight. Give it a bit of a bend here and there. Be fine. You spent all that time digging up, putting all that grass down, and you're smashing it to bits now. I know. Can you imagine? I got to fill in the bottom of this blooming river from underneath in Jessie's death trap of an area under here that she's not bothered lighting up. Jeez. I'm so mean. I'm sorry, Jessie. I don't mean it. I know it's totally my fault. You can lead it round to mine if you think it'd look natural. It's totally up to you, Jesse. That's your area. I don't want to like take over what you're doing. I'm just thinking that the hill's got a natural sort of decline that way. If it ran down here and went down because you've got water down there, that kind of makes a little bit of sense. But it doesn't have to go down that way. I can just have it just sort of go down off into one of these holes down there, and it can end up as an underwater whatever. Should have done 2 bays to begin with, says Mitts. I'm going to have to go down more than 2 if I want this river to look nice, Mitts. I have to go down 3. Jeez. 2. Either night says no frozen confiscation on this. It's going to be a working village. A working, like, kind of like a more, they're almost Minecrafty village, but sort of more advanced, I guess. No, that sounds good. Sorry, says Miss. That sounds good to me. Which bit? That going off into that bit or going off down there, Jesse? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll leave it coming down to about here, and I'll let you can see what I get up to with the rest of it and see what you want to do at that point. You don't have to make a decision right now. I'll leave it there, and we can have a chat about it when I'm not streaming. We talk about it like we do. Oh, got you. So no frozen pond for gathering ice for the villagers' ice boxes. There's a mountain. There is a mountain that they have got a mine inside of Eye of the Night that's full of ice. They don't need a pond. They don't need to have artificial ice on the pond. It's summer down here. Are you on this planet, sir? Gee, it's like you don't understand at all. I explained everything perfectly clearly at the beginning of this live stream, and it's like you had your fingers in your ears the whole... I just can't believe it. Oh, how you were getting told off about being rude to people in your chat. Oh, yeah. Pond is flat, says I the night. It's a joke. It's a joke. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to have room for an ice pond. A lot of ice skating down the mountain. Much more fun, says Khaleesi. Exactly. I'll stop being mean to the chat, says Roth. Oh no, we're quoting me. I never said I'll stop. I've said I've had complaints and I've been told to stop. I never said I will stop. And if you look at my responses to those YouTube comments, I did quite clearly say that, you know, I understand it's not meant in a negative way at all. It is just the way I am, and I don't intend to change. If you don't like it, you know, you don't have to watch type thing. So I've took it on board. I will think about what I say a little bit more, but at the end of the day, it's just how I am, and I don't think I offend too many people. Possibly, maybe I do. I don't know. Right, without having some stone on us, it's going to be difficult to do the rest of this. I don't want to dig it out too much. Actually, I am going to need to dig it out in order to... I don't want to destroy it too much and then have to fill too much back in, but I guess I'm going to kind of have to. Let's widen this one right up. I don't want them to be particularly wide either. I want them almost to be like little ditches, little streams. But I want to be able to get like coarse dirt in there and cobble and andesite and tuff to really sort of give it that rocky, medievally. Everything was rocks in medieval time, was it? Yes, everything was rocks. Didn't have any mud back then, just rocks. Shut up. That's what I'm doing. Don't ask. Look. Stop. Okay? Jeez. I pressed the wrong button. Will Stickland says, how do you judge how to make rivers? I know you said look at the shape of the hills and mountains, how you judge. Will Stickland, I can honestly say I'm completely making it up as I go along. I've never made a river before in Minecraft. This is the first time I'm doing it. I'm doing it live on camera. I'm completely pooping myself because I'm convinced I'm going to get it wrong, and I've got people like Jesse B here that do know what they're doing, and JCB and Mitts and Pickles. So I'm just going to do my best. That's all I'm going to do, is I'm going to do what I think it might look like. I've lived in rural England a lot of my life. I know what ditches look like, the muddy bits with bits of water at the bottom, but I don't want it to look too much like that. I want it to look a little bit nice as well. So I'm going to jazz it up a bit with a bit of stone and a bit of tuff. So I don't know. I'm just totally winging it. Not a clue. Not a clue. I'm sorry I can't be any more exact than that. I would love to. I don't think... Maybe I've made a river before. I don't think I've ever made a river before. Hands up in the chat if you know if I've ever made a river before, because your memories are better than mine, and I'm tired. I think that's the best thing you do. Trust your gut, says Jesse B. Oh, I don't trust my gut in the slightest. No, there's no trust there whatsoever. Me and my gut fell out a long time ago. Mainly because it kept stealing all my food. But after that, it always picks the wrong thing. Every single time. Every single time. It's like, oh, we'll do this. Oh, that was wrong, wasn't it? No, that was wrong. Every single time. Diamond Fairy's got timed out again, jeez. Poor Diamond Fairy says, Mitts, I knew it. I knew those two were in collusion with each other. It's Mitts all along. Keeps on banning the Diamond Fairy. That's it. Will Stickland says, cheers, Foxy and Jesse. I'll keep an eye out for the finished product. Yeah, we'll see. It could end up coming out quite... I think it'll look nice, but... And then I know this is... The difference between me and you guys is you guys generally, and I'm not saying every single one of you and talking to you directly, but the viewers as a whole, by the very fact that you are viewers, you consume Minecraft content. So you're likely to have seen... build videos and builders doing stuff and build tutorials and things like that, and I don't ever consume that sort of stuff. So I'm so blind to it all, and I should have done really, but I just don't find the time to do it. So I don't know, it's a bit of a tricky one. It's a bit of a tricky one. I know I've got a load of andesite somewhere, but I don't know where it is. There's that bit there, but I don't think that's going to be anywhere near enough. Cobbled what's it called? Coarse dirt's nowhere near enough either. We need more of that. Definitely need more of that. Wait, what is this Minecraft stream? I thought this was just chatting channel, says Mike on Switch. I know, sometimes we do Minecraft. It has been said from time to time. Occasionally. Right, what don't I need? I don't need an axe, so let's get that out of the way. I'm not going to need my... I don't need torches. Don't need torches or rockets right now, so let's just bin off a load of junk I don't need. I don't need an ender chest at the minute. I'll keep the torches just in case. Let's make some room. I've got a lot of different blocks to fiddle with now. Don't want to put too much stuff in. I do want a lot of cobble in there. I do want it to be quite cobbly. And I always get told off for using loads of cobble, Jesse B. But I like cobble because it's so... It just sells the whole idea that it's broken rocks, you know? Andesite and cobble, I love them. They're like two of my favourite things. And I know I'm only pulling Jessie B's leg there because I know she appreciates the fact that they're very usable in whatever circumstances. There was a joke about my house on season 2, which I've run into the ground now. You'll never learn unless you try, and the more you do, the more your technique will evolve, says Jessie. Well, thank you very much, Jess. I appreciate that. I also think like little bits of random bits of wood in there would be nice. Oh, cracking, it's really dark. Little bits of wood would be nice. But let's not get too carried away with all the different blocks and stuff for now. And I'm not going to worry about up there for now because there's a creeper. I'm going to start with this channel here. And I guess, I don't know. I don't know whether to have like the bed of it mainly cobbly and then bring it more muddy and podzolly up the side. Or whether to have more coarse dirt and gravel on the bottom and then have more cobbly up the edges. I don't know. We'll give it a go. We'll see what happens. If we don't like it, we'll tear it out and start again. That's why we're doing it on stream, so you guys can tell me whether it looks good or not. And see, I got a plan. If I do it on live streams, they've got to give me instant... Well, telling me it's rubbish. Making me feel bad. I don't want to have too much stone. That's the other thing. I don't want it to be too stony. Oh no, this is all bottom slabs as well. This is going to be awful. That's going to be a nightmare to fill in. No, rip it all out. No, I'm not doing this as bottom slabs. That'll be a nightmare. No. I shouldn't have done any slabs. It should have all been full blocks. That would have been loads easier. What am I thinking? Oh, what a moron. What an absolute moron. Do I need to go down one more again then? Or otherwise this is not going to be very deep. It doesn't need to be deep. It only needs to be a block deep. What do you think, Beats? You know what? I told you I liked your house. You never let me live that one critique I gave you down, says Jesse. I know. Do you know what? That's the first... I genuinely did appreciate your critique on that one. It wasn't... I don't think you were being mean about it at all. I think it was just the way it came across. And the way I took it was like, oh, it's very, you know, basic materials because I'd done it all out of oaken cobblestone. But no, that's really spurred me on to try harder in the future, and so I always take that as a really positive thing. So I only joke about it being a negative. So please don't take my my moanings as me being actually genuinely upset. I'm not at all. But I tell you what, I genuinely am terrified living next door to you and Mr. Beardstone this season. I know it's still early days on the server, but I have been putting off doing anything with building or blocks or like putting anything together because neither of you have started yet, and I don't want to be the first because I'll do something and I'll be really happy with it, and then you'll like just pop up something, it'll take you 10 minutes and it'll be the best thing in the world, and then I'll just be gutted. So yeah, I'm really nervous about that, but I think overall our areas are going to look amazing together this season. I don't want to give too much away. I certainly shouldn't give away anything that we talked about in TB meetings because it's private and we're not allowed to. But basically, because me, Jesse, and Mr. Beardstone are all so close together, and because we're doing similar-ish themes, I think this whole side of the mountain by the end of the season is going to look absolutely wonderful. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to it. Oh, can anyone in the chat tell me if I put Podzol underwater, will it turn like to dirt or will it stay as Podzol? And it might make you happy to know most of my stuffs will be underground, says Jesse B. Oh, okay. That's not. No, I don't want that. That doesn't make me happy. I want to see your. I want to see your epic build. Podzol stays as Podzol. That's useful. Then let's go grab some more Podzol. Stays, says Mitz. Foxy, you're an amazing builder, says Midnight Wolf. I don't know. No, I wouldn't say that at all. You just see some things out there, don't you? Like when you Google inspiration for Minecraft and you see some amazing things people make, and I just think I would never have that inspiration to do that in a million years. How some people just see blocks and see them as something completely unique and different, and it just doesn't occur to me that a block is anything other than what it is most of the time. And you just see some absolutely wonderful, amazing things that people have done, and you just think, oh, I wish I could do that. And that's the kind of thing that does inspire you to try harder and get better and do more stuff. Now, like I said, I don't want this stream to be too wide, but I feel we're already getting too wide with this here. I sort of want to bring it in a little bit more towards the middle. Which does mean slabs, which is annoying because the slabs are going to need all waterlogged individually. Oh, what an annoying project I'm making for myself already. Jeez, why do I do these things? Agreed, says Rotated Owlface. I'm glad we agree. I'm assuming you're talking to me. You might not be, but I'm going to make that assumption. Right. Who was it a minute ago in my Discord says they don't like Tuff because there's nothing to do with it. The more I see of Tuff, the more I see more and more people doing stuff with it. I think Tuff's a lovely block. It's a shame it doesn't come in slabs and stairs, but it goes with so much. Everybody hated it at first, but I think it goes really nicely with cobblestone and andesite and even smooth stone, depending on what you're doing with it. I've been inspired by a lot of people with builds, yourself included, says Khaleesi. Well, thank you very much. It's nice to know you have such low standards that you can, that you can include me in that. Oh, I've gone all big. Oh, don't put me big. I've got bad hair and well, jeez. Not the good time of the year to go big. I'm desperate for a haircut. Absolutely desperate. Go big or go home, they said. I'll go home then. No, we need some stuff behind there. Sorry, guys, I'm back. Just had to rip a mean steamer. Rip a mean steamer? Says, first time chat from Bio Crab 15, man. Do you mean you had to... I don't know what that means. Duncan Spooky says, but I've learned so much from all the TB members and it helped take my game so much further. Jesse B says, speaking of hair, we were watching your YouTube VOD and then Ethan freaked out that you had hair. Oh, bless him. I hope he's not scarred for life. JCB, why have you banned Crab 15, man, and then removed him? Removed the ban. Was it an accident, or is you just really confused? Thunder Horse says, we still don't have concrete stairs and slabs. I think we'll get tough slabs. I don't think that... I'd be amazed if they added concrete stairs and slabs. And I've said this enough times on channel and in, public, that I don't want concrete stairs and slabs because... you head into a territory where there's just way too much choice in the game, and when there's too much choice it's overwhelming, and then you just decide to do nothing. The more limited you are, the more creative it forces you to be with what you've got, and the more you approach actually doing things because it's not overwhelming. So yeah, I'm definitely not on the bandwagon of give us stairs and slabs in everything. Just meant to remove the message, was a bit too graphic, says JCB. Okay, fair dues. Fluffy Dad says, yes, TB has made my Minecraft variants a lot better. I had something to say about that a minute ago, but I can't remember what it was now. Oh, I found myself, when I was thinking about this area, I don't know if Peeny's here or not, but from my Discord server, one of the people that was playing on my patron realms well, for a couple of seasons now, did an absolutely amazing medieval town, and I found myself flying around that again day before yesterday, looking at that for inspiration and how to tie all of this together. And I just thought that was so wonderful, and it was kind of right up the street of what I was thinking of for this season, that it sort of really resonated with me. So if you are here, Peony, then thank you very much for that. And if you're not, if you see her in passing, just say, you know, give her a pat on the back and a well done, because it was amazing. She won the prize. She did win the prize. If they give us concrete stairs and slabs, we will ask for another type of stairs and slabs. Says, yeah. Then we'll want concrete fences and walls and trapdoors. I know it. When does it end? When does it end? It's just too much. I don't want it to be too muddy and rough around the edges, but I also want it to have a little bit of grit to it, because there would be at the bottom of the ditch, it would be a bit muddy at some points, but not all of it. So I want some to be grass, I want some to be stone, and I want some to just be like muddy banks. Does that make sense? Am I doing the right thing here, peeps, or am I making a right meal of things? Am I overcomplicating this? Does it need to be simpler? Have I gone too much? I have a tendency to throw too many blocks into something and then it overwhelms it. So please do let me know if you think I'm overcomplicating it and I just need to strip it back and reduce my block palette. I will appreciate that. We can already get a bucket of milk, says Yokas. I don't understand. If they give us a mouse slab, what? You can put gravel at the edges, literal grit, says Amory Gaming. Yeah, I've got some gravel in my inventory. You can absolutely do that. I think it looks great, says Mocktail. Well, thank you very much, Mocktail. Looks great to me, says Khaleesi. What I don't want to do is... I was in a frame of mind when we were doing season 3 that pathwork I did around the area, around the pond or the lake was nice, but looking back at it was awful. It was horrible, so I don't want that. I don't want to do another repeat of that and just have a really weird patchwork, ugly looking thing going on. So I do want this to look semi-decent. Semi-decent. I want it to look so nice. It's my base. I think we're getting way too wide with this. I only wanted it to be like a ditch, and it's now like a river. I think we might have to bring this side in a bit more, possibly. So I think we're getting a bit wide. True, I don't think Foxy gets it. Must have not read that book as a kid. I don't know what book you're referring to. And it depends how old I was, because I couldn't always read. I had to learn it. Weird, I know. I went to school one day and they're like, you need to learn to read. I'm like, what? Why? Can't someone else do it? I'm an entitled youngster. I don't want to have to do that. Nope, sorry, you're going to have to learn. Oh, for goodness sake. But I got games to play, you know, miss. I can't be just sitting there reading all day. I know, it's very hard work for you, life, isn't it? But you're just going to have to do some things for yourself. Oh, this is ridiculous. Absolutely right. Why should I do things for myself? That's what other people are there for. I realise that, but just in case. And they called me entitled. Jeez. Midnight Wall says, not sure. I like it, but it seems really grey. I'm not sure what you're going for. I think it is too grey in areas, but it'd be different, I think, once we got the water in. And the water's going to come up to the top. So I will have to see what it looks like when we start getting some water in, I guess. But I think I've gone a bit wide in places, and I think you're right. I think there is probably a little bit too much grey, particularly near the top. We should probably just have a big hole to fall down. That's what we should do. Jesse B, there's another one. I thought you'd filled all these in. What have you been doing all this time? Jeez, you can't get the staff. Can't get the staff. I have to do everything myself. Sully239 says, I use an add-on that adds concrete slabs, stairs, and vertical slabs. Plus it has extra 100 colours. Oh my goodness me. Also, one that adds coloured leaves, so that also includes stairs, slabs, vertical slabs, leaves, makes custom trees look amazing. That, no offense, Sully. I mean, I can understand. I bet there's millions of people out there that think that sounds amazing, but that sounds awful to me. I couldn't imagine having all those different colours to try and work with. You've got, oh my goodness me, it'd give me a headache. I wouldn't know what to do with any of that. Jeez. Yeah, absolutely. No, thank you. Too much. I think that's all right. I think we'll get on with that. We'll have to put some water in. We'll put fences and hedges alongside of it as well, so that'll sort of help out a little bit. I don't think that's looking too horrendous once it's got water in. Mitt says, adding brown concrete powder well adds to it. Yeah, but well, it's going to get wet, Mitts. It'll just look like brown concrete, and it's not going to look as nice. That's why I thought about wood. Like stripped dark oak and stripped spruce would have that effect in certain places, and also like mossy cobble as well. But I've got no vines. I've not had one vine this season, so I can't do anything mossy. But I was thinking about adding in, but again, I don't want to overcomplicate the build palette. But if I got some of these, and sort of put them in along the bottom and down the edges, because there is going to be obviously wood used in the area, because it's going to be a villagey, like working village, so you might expect to find the odd sort of bit of branch or tree in places, and then they would probably look more stripped and worn away. But it's just how detailed do you go? And particularly for these bits that's going to be underwater, are they really going to be that noticed? Should I just leave that for bits around the edge, and later on when I'm detailing a bit more? Soul soil looks like mud underwater, says True Pat. That's a good thought. Soul soil's good. You have jungle saplings that you can get vines from. Moss gives you mossy cobble. Yeah, I haven't got any moss yet. I've not found a lush cave yet. I know loads of people on Truly Bedrock have, but I've not really been looking. Yeah, that is something we could add. But again, I don't want to get too complicated with it. I want to try and keep it simple, but also looking nice. Mainly because it's just such a pain when I'm trying to do inventory management. The less blocks you've got to deal with, the better. So, I mean, is there anything in there that you would go, actually, I would remove that and I'd use something else instead? Because the mossy cobble would go well with the tough as well. But what would remove? Maybe the smooth stone? I don't think the smooth stone needs to be there, does it? We could perhaps move that and switch that for a more sort of ruggedy texture, or some more dirt variants. Or some gravel under there as well, or clay. Must be used to make mossy. I know, Polymath, but I haven't got any moss. I've none, not one block of moss. I am moss poor. I am 0 moss. How much moss have I got? None. Not even one moss. I have not found any. I haven't found any. Well, I've found vines. I just haven't bothered to mine them, and I haven't found any moss. Okay. The moss is right out. Anything mossy is not going to happen, because we're doing this now and I haven't got time to do moss. Okay. So shut up about your moss, all right? Armory Gaming says, good call on taking out the smooth stone. You have cobble and andesite already in the grey, and they have a bit of texture to them. Yeah. I realised that then. There's a bit more in there, but I can't bother to drag it all out. Right, let's add some water into this and see how that starts looking, because that's going to make a whole thing different. Brown terracotta makes great waterways, is True Pat. Well, again, I have got terracotta. Is that just making things more complicated? Should I keep it more simple? I think that's where that's rather than thinking of more things we can add to it. I'm trying to think of what we can take away and replace stuff with to make it look still nice, but more simplified, so it's not such a difficult thing to build. And I think simpler things often look better as well. If you look at a build that's like quite clean, it can be really detailed and clean, and I just think that often looks a lot nicer than something that's just horrendously noisy. First time chat says, so what you're saying is no moss. I know. I genuinely would like to put mossy cobble and stuff like that in there, but the only mossy cobble I've got is from a dungeon. Oh, and I don't even think I've got it. I think I probably left it wherever it was. So no, I can't do any mossy stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to ignore that for now, just because I haven't got any. I can always add that in later on if I'm really desperate to add that in. You know, if I really think it's desperate for it, then I'll just go and do that another time. But right now, I don't think it's that essential. I think we can make something that looks pretty good without it. Throw in an occasional diorite, says Jaden Annas. Maybe if I feel it needs it. Again, I think we don't need to be looking for what we can how we can strip it back rather than what more we can add and make it less noisy, I think, personally. I might be wrong. Maybe you're all right and I'm wrong. Who knows? That's just Jesse B told me to go with my gut, and that's what my gut says. Keep it single. Single. Keep it single. Keep it simple. Jeez. Says the person that's name's just gone off the screen and I can't find it now. Jeez. Just go full industrial concrete stone canals. No. I want it to be natural. I want it to look as natural and countryside-y as possible. No, not man-made. Like maybe with the occasional bit of bridge or something across it. Where was I doing this from? Was it here? Or was it further up? I'm sure it was further up. Sure, when I did this in my test world, I had it from like the ice point up here somewhere. There's a natural dip. There's like a V. I'm always wrong, says Polymath. Join the club. Foxy's next resource pack deletes a random block from being used or generated, says Mike on Switch. Ah, there it is. That bit. That's the bit. That's where I was having it coming out from. Just here. This tiny little bit is going to generate all these rivers. But that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't have to make sense. It's Minecraft. Look at it go. Oh, what we've been deleting. I want to know what's been deleted. First time chat from... Oh, I don't understand it because it's in foreign. Armory Gaming UK says, I think keeping it under control is a good idea, especially for now. You might end up adding in some colour detail later with a bridge when you get fed up of swimming through it. Oh yeah, there'll be bridges and stuff all over it. There's going to be loads of stuff going on in terms of the pathways and hedges and trees and hedgerows. And I'm even going to, at some point, now there's going to be a lot of trees in this area, loads of them. I am going to attempt to do some custom ones, and I'm hoping that I might be able to wrangle Jesse into doing me some lessons on custom trees this season. That would be amazing. Because yeah, I'd really like to add at least a couple of ones in key places, but most of them, in my usual fashion, will be very vanilla trees. Because I'm rubbish. I'm really rubbish at things like that. All right, just let me get on with being rubbish. You don't understand. Let's widen that up a little bit. Oh no, there's creepers down. Who was that? Who was that? You saw them? Someone there. It's JCB sneaking in, helping herself to Militra. What are you after? She's giving me vines or something, I'm sure. What's she giving me? What's she stealing? She's after me bones. Oh, she's got a shulker box. One moment, please, JCB. Jeez, you two with your names. It doesn't help when I'm tired. Now I've got to add something else to my palette. But thank you so much. How much do you want for it? Hey, I tell you what. Wait there. I've got something you can have. Right. There. You might not appreciate it. I think you will. I can't imagine why anyone wouldn't appreciate it. It's the most wonderful thing in the world. Here you go. For one shulker box of that, please enjoy 3 stacks of iron blocks. You're welcome. Hope you appreciate those. Jeez. I'm glad that's chasing you. I'm just going to stand in here for a minute. Hello, Mr. Crit. No, go away. Shoo. JC, get it. That would be fun, says Jesse B. Oh, I'm glad you agree. Good. Excellent. Then it's an arrangement. It's a calendar event. You're going to say it's a date. Yeah, but people get the wrong idea if I say that. You know what I mean. Thank you, JC. What did she say? Lol, yes, that's acceptable, thanks. Oh, I'm glad it's acceptable. No refunds. No backsies. Okay? Indeed, Banjo Town's Mike on Switch. How did you play Cartoon Hoedown? So now we've got many mosses. We've got no azalea, but we can grow azalea from that, can't we? Can we bone meal that and get azalea stuff? We can, I think. So we can now do many mossy cobbles and have mossy stuff in there as well, which I think I'm going to do now, which is really annoying because I wasn't going to do it, but now I really want to because I can. Ah! More inventory management. JZB, it's not fair. The other thing I want to do with this river, and it'll probably trigger some people's OCD, but I want it higgledy-piggledy. I don't want it flat and smooth. Who's doing creeper sounds? Oh my goodness me. I thought that was another one then, because I saw one on the hill earlier and I was like, no, please be a sound alert. Please be a sound alert. And it was. Thank goodness for that. Who was that? Isu. Jeez, Isu, that's it. You're fired. I'll have your resignation tomorrow on my desk at 9 o'clock, please. Jeez. I need a unlimited water source over here, don't I? You got a river. Yeah, but it's not unlimited, is it? JCB says, lol, sorry for making it more complicated. I got millions. No, that's great. Thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. It is making it more complicated, but I think in such a good way. So, thank you. You cannot fire me after you quit, says Isu. What? I can? Do what I want. You can't tell me what to do. Now, look, I've got one like Jessie now. She's not special anymore with her water. I've got one as well. Ha! Showed you, Jessie B, with your fancy waterfall. You weren't sharing. Oh, wow. Another hole Jessie's forgotten to fill in. Jeez. She's fired as well. Your resignation tomorrow at 9 o'clock as well, please, Jessie. So I don't want it to look too higgledy-piggledy, but I don't want it all flat. I don't want it to have like big... Wow. Why? Please just flow a little bit. What it might be better doing, if this is how it's going to be, it might be better to fill the things with water first and then decorate them in the water. Because otherwise I'm going to be dealing with this, aren't I, all over the place, and it's going to drive me nuts. Why? I don't know. Because it's going to take me 4 million years to fill the bleeding thing up with water. That's why, probably, I imagine. Foxy going all Scrooge firing people at Christmas. Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to buy him Christmas presents. Where's Tiny Tim? I meant to give him the sack earlier, I forgot. Ring him up while he's at home. I gave him the wrong letter. It said Christmas bonus on it. I'm going to have to ring him up and tell him it was the wrong one. I hope he hasn't spent it already. Or, you know, arranged anything. Foxy no staff soon, says Arcade Kenny. Oh boy, Fox decorated underwater. I'm sure you will love that, says Isu. I love working underwater, Isu. It's one of my favourite things to do in Minecraft, working with water. Because water just works perfectly on Bedrock Edition. Especially running water. It doesn't just randomly activate your swim node at all while you're trying to, you know, do other things and not start swimming. It's great. I love it. Now, this is what I was looking for. That's perfect. That sort of, like, messy, it's flowing water, but it's not all flowing the wrong direction. That's great. I'm happy with that. Oh, jeez. I'm not happy with that. Waterlog every single slab. I know. What do you think so far, peeps? What are you thinking? What are your thoughts? Are you thinking this looks weird? It's rubbish. It needs redoing. You haven't put any mossy stuff in it yet. I know I haven't put any mossy stuff in it yet. Jeez, give me a break. Will you shut up? I'm fired far too often, says Diamond Fairy. You were never hired, Diamond Fairy. You can't just join something and just decide you're part of it. I mean, it's rude. It's rude. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't, like, just turn up to someone's offices and be like, hey, guys, what do I need to do today? You don't work here. Yeah, I do. No, you don't. Yeah, but I want to. Tough, you don't work here. Get out. Clear off. You've been doing that to me for months. It drives me nuts. Get out. Shoo. Be gone. You generous buffoon. Scram, will you? Especially when there's only one block at the bottom keeping you from crashing into an unlit cave, says Thunder Horse. Yeah. Not one. It feels too square. I need a shallower bank, says Arcade Kenny. But ditches are deep. Ditches are deep, and I think maybe, yeah, it might want to be a bit shallower in places. And then it's all going to smooth out. It's going to look weird. Maybe the water wants to be one more level down, so we've got some edge to it. Maybe the water's too high up. I think that's, yeah, I think it is. Take it all back out again. Alt, edit, undo. Give me the water back. Sorry, you can't have it. I've changed my mind. I thought you could, but it's no, we're not having water there anymore. We're moving it. We'll see. It's a shame you can't have half water. I'd like half water. You don't want concrete stairs and slabs, but you want half water? Yes. Shut up. It would be just handy, okay, at this particular moment in time. Half water. Get at me, commenter voice. I'll get you. I don't know. That's too low down now, though, isn't it? I suppose we could step it up a bit with some slabs around the edges, but that just feels really low. You heard it here first. Ditches are deep from Foxy. They are. When I used to live there, like in the countryside, the ditches were deep because they've got to account for a lot of agricultural runoff and field runoff, particularly in the wetter months. So they are deep. They go down about six feet between. Well, 6 feet to like 12 feet, depending on which ditch it is. I mean, where do you live where they've got shallow ditches? Cheeky monkey. You know what would be great? Half water said he's soon. Next season, Foxy builds modern and changes his mind on concrete variants. I like concrete. I like building with concrete, and it is frustrating when you're building with concrete that you just think, oh, I really wish I could have a half slab there or a stair. Oh, it's all gone smooth. Boo. So I get you, I do get you, but I just think in terms of the balance of the game, the balance of Minecraft is going to be thrown off way too much by having those available options. So that's my thoughts. It's not that I dislike the idea of them. I just think that they would ruin Minecraft too much. I don't know about that. I don't know. I think it's too wide now. This is hard. In the US, ditches are typically very shallow, at least out this way. Okay. Well, you don't live where I used to live, Jesse. I'm just saying. Let me see if I can do a quick Google, see if I can find what I've got in my brain so that we can at least you can see where I'm coming from. Okay, so ditches, that sort of thing down the side. So tiny, that picture. These so long sort of water courseways that fill up with water, and they get deeper in the winter and they shallower in the summer, and they tend to just be field runoff. Really, I know ours is coming down from a mountain, so it would end up as more of a river, but they're generally quite deep. Like the stuff that I've been taking photos of all summer is down that runs by me is a little river, but it's quite a deep one. It's got steep edges. That's kind of what I'm going for. I get what you're saying, but how could you couldn't get a fire engine stuck in a shallow one, could you? How are you going to get a fire engine stuck in a shallow one? That's just not easy, is it? We need big ones that we can get fire engines stuck in. Okay. Do you understand now? Are you on board with this idea? I don't want a piddly little stream like that. That's no good, is it? I want a big old small drainage ditch. One that your dog can have a swim in. But I knew what you meant, Foxy. Those are narrow and deep. Yeah, I know they are. That's what I'm doing. You guys don't listen to me. Yeah. Does that help anyone else? Is it meant to be natural or man-made? Natural would be deep and narrow on the hillside due to the speed of the water. Bob Reen. Yeah, it is just in Minecraft made by me. So I'm going to say man-made. I don't really care. I just want it to look nice. Yeah, it's just... that's as good as I can offer you, really. I don't know. It's not like oh, are you going Art Deco style from the mid 1980s or from the end of the... I don't know. I don't care. I just want it to look nice, you know? That's my attitude. I don't want to give it a label. I don't want to say it is this, because then people will tell me it's wrong. I just want to do something what I think looks nice. Well, actually, back then they only didn't have greens. They only had oranges. So you got all of that's wrong. You got to take all of that. Oh, shut up with your logic and your knowledge. I think you're doing great, says Jesse B. Hey, we're practicing. We're learning. We're getting somewhere. I don't think this is the final product by any stretch of the imagination, but I feel like we're making at least some sort of headway and some sort of ideas. It doesn't look anything like those pictures that I just showed you all, but I don't know. I just want it to look nice, Minecrafty, and like a little lakey, ditchy thing. But Longhorn Gamer says, you do you, Foxy. I'm going to try. But I am. I mean, I keep saying I'm doing what I'm doing, but I also am very much appreciating what you guys are saying in your advice, and I am taking it in. And I do want to. I think of these doing it on these streams as a collaboration as much as me just doing what I want. So keep coming with your ideas and keep coming with your critiques and your criticisms as well, because it's really helpful. It is genuinely. Unless you just be like, I don't like it, because then that doesn't help anyone. Tell me why you don't like it and what I could do differently, and I'll appreciate that. Okay, deal. Glad we had this talk. Jeez. Selfish. Right, let's make some mothy cobble. Thank you, Crafting Enderman. I appreciate you, as always. Let's have a bunch of mouldy slabs. Mouldy slabs, it's the future. I'm telling you. First time chat from viewer Broomlad says, I get what you mean. Thank you very much. And thank you for being a first time chatter. Very much appreciated. I love it when people chat for the first time. I'm really glad. That's one thing that I actually like that Twitch have done, is add that system in so that I know when somebody's like made an effort to talk for the first time. It's really nice. I think it's great. So thank you very much for taking the opportunity or taking a moment to share your opinion. And especially because you said nice things as well. It makes me feel very nice on the inside. Get a bit of mossy up here as well on these edges. Isu said, I always like to criticize your firing of me. Can you do that? Can employees like criticize you for firing them? I suppose so, but you'd have to do it from the car park, and I'd just shut the window, Isu, so, you know, do what you want. I'm not listening. There's a man in the car park shouting and saying nasty things about you, sir. Yeah, it'll be all right. He'll leave soon. It's cold. He forgot his hat. Are you going to let him back in and get his hat? No. No, I'm not. Shouldn't be outside saying nasty things about me. Brunelad says, I've been here a few weeks now, but just in the shadows, lol. I understand that. I'm a bit of a lurker rather than a chatter. I think I've maybe like commented on about 3 YouTube videos ever in my entire life. I'm just not. I just tend to. I shouldn't say this because I like it when obviously people press the like button and subscribe and comment and stuff like that. But for me, I like to ingest content and then sort of move on. It's not something I like to particularly engage in, apart from obviously creating it. So I do understand that mindset of I'm just here to watch and listen and whatever. So it's not a problem. Oh, now I've made it all smooth. Oops. I just wanted to make that slab. Oh, jeez. Not to worry. It's all good. Just trying to mossify these bits a bit more because, well, it did have running water on it, so it made sense that it would be a bit more mossy, but kind of ruined that idea a bit now. Just learning the foxy way, haha, says Brunelad. First time chat from 2 viewers here. Nakunai Dragon says, are we going to make the edges taller so if Silent falls in he can't get out? Wow, that's mean. Why would he not be able to get out? And the Flaming Fox says, I agree, Lights. I went looking for a mossy deep slate yesterday. Oh, mossy deep slate, that'd be nice. I wish we make mossy deep slate using the non-cobble variants as Lights Lab. Yeah. Roth said, got to go and put the kids to bed. Have many, many funs. Will do. Thank you very much for joining, Roth. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, my friend. Right, apart from some of these weird edges here and some bits where it's too wide, I don't think where we are here is too bad. I quite like this bit. This bit is fine for me. I don't know whether I want the water back at the top, though. Did you guys prefer it when it was at the top or where it is now? Jez is here. Hey, Jez. Why would Silent not be able to get out? Have you met Silent? Lol, says Local Gamer. Yeah, I've never known him struggle to get out of things before. Apart from, like, hard work and manual labour. Where it is now, says Jesse. Okay, fair enough. Where it is now. Okay. Understood. And do you think bringing these edges up as a more gradual thing like that, so we've got more of a slabby edge to it, Jesse? Or do you think the sharper edges like these bits is better, where it's got a steeper edge to it? So we've got these like curved, well, not curved, but you know what I mean. We've got to step down towards the water. And here we haven't. Now that's the wrong way round, because we've got the gravel on the outside and the mud on the inside, which doesn't make any sense. So let's move the gravel to the inside. Let's put a little bit more of that there, a bit more gravel there, and then chuck that on the inside and have a little bit of grass path in there as well. Oh, I don't really like that grass path now. Too much grass path. Now it looks weird. I personally like a nice bit of both. Okay, feels more natural that way. That does make sense. Just a bit of this, bit of that. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, good. Well, we're getting somewhere. Slowly but surely. We've done the tiniest little bit. We've been an hour and 10 minutes, but we're getting somewhere. Yeah, I think that'll grow on me eventually. I think we'll get there with that. We do. It needs more. Needs more, but we'll get there. Bit of gravel there. Bit of grass path. Bit of grass path. So now what we need to do. Oh, I don't like those slabs behind there. Now what we need to do, before we get too carried away with coming down here, I don't know to whether to bring those across to where this suddenly falls down and then worry about filling the undersides of those in, or fill the underside of those in so we just crack on with the whole thing, because we've got a lot of rivers coming down from a lot of places. So does it make sense to bring it all down to this area and then start doing the underside, or does it make sense to prepare first so that we can just crack on with creating? A lot of choices to make in doing landscaping. Oh, I know what I haven't done. I haven't done any bone mealy stuff and seeds and farmland down the edges either. That looks like a bit messy there. A bit too messy. I think you should find about 8 to 10 more types of blocks to mix in, says Yokes. Juliana says, just wait until we can use the real mud blocks instead of the podzol. Oh, yeah. Real mud. What about light grey carpets for just a little bit of gravel, says I the night. No, I'm not throwing carpet in there. I'm not doing it. It'll get wet and then it'll go all soggy and then it'll go mouldy and the dog will roll in it and I'll have to wash the dog. It's just not, it's not really, yeah, I don't want to deal with that. No carpet in the river, please. Prepare, says Lifer. Yeah, I knew you'd say that. I don't want to prepare. Oh, jeez, it's going to be a nightmare. Okay. How are we going to prepare? Do you know what? I don't think we can. I don't think we can prepare, because until we're actually building the river, we don't know how wide it's going to be or what it's going to look like. So preparing is just going to be adding layers for the sake of it. So I think, do you know what? I take my question back. I'm just going to crack on building it out and until we get to that point, and then just work on it as we get to that, but without any water in it. Wet carpet smells as live. It does. It's gross. New block for the next update equals mossy carpet. You heard it here first. Mossy, we've got mossy carpet. Hey, Mr. No-Tail. I'm sorry I'm late. So I see you're making a stream on stream, huh? Says Sofa Surfer. Kind of, yeah. Lol, no soggy carpets. Gotcha, lol, said the other night. Not along in the water, along the sides and stuff. Yeah, a bit of texture, variation of height. That's not a bad idea. I don't know how it'd look though, carpet. That's one of my hang-ups, is when I see a block that I associate as like wool or carpet and I see it next to like water or something in a place that I'm not used to it or like not expecting it to be, I would be like, oh, well, I can't have that because that's carpet. That's not an outside block. But then like people like you and other builders, they'll use things that are not designed to be outside blocks in an outside blocky way and they look amazing. So yeah, we'll have to try out that. Remind me when we get closer to that sort of level of detail. It's probably going to not be in today's stream, but in other ones. But yeah, remind me of stuff like that, because that sounds good. I like it. Right. I am just going to do what I did before. I'm not going to worry about it being bottom slabs this time too much either, because at the end of the day, we're going to have to waterlog most of it anyway. It's fine. Let's see if we can get a nice channel dug out here so we can work with it. I don't want it to be too wide, but I also want to give it enough depth to be able to be flush with the rest of the landscape and not just stick up like a lump. Top first chat from viewer from Theron saying YOLO. You do only live once. That's true. Jez says time to go back to work. Happy holidays, everyone. Wow, you didn't stick around long, did you? Wow. Foxy, are you Team Beet or Team Patat or Team Mushroom? As the new one, Team Mushroom. Oh, jeez. I am not currently prepared to make association with any team. I'm currently considering Team Melon or Team Pumpkin, but I can neither confirm nor deny my involvement in any such team, or should any such team have any plans to be, you know, taking over the market of popular foods and beverages. So yeah, no, I'm not prepared to make a stance on this particular moment in time and side with any particular side. So you just have to see in the future what the future brings. Who knows? Could be Team Golden Carrot. You never know. Team Golden Carrot, says Jesse B. Before I said it. Jeez. Reading my mind. What about your fantastic carrot farm, Foxy, said Jelana. My fantastic carrot farm. I noticed that everybody's still hung up over my carrot farm on season 2. I had a really good carrot farm working at the later part of season 2 and on season 3. But nobody remembers those. People only remember the ones that didn't work. Which, you know, is mean. You should remember the ones that did work. Oh, we were just talking about that yesterday, says Jesse. Well, Team Coco, says Isu. Can't plant that in a field, though, Isu. Well, I suppose you could go chucking down a load of jungle logs everywhere. JCB says, I'm Team Seafood. You can't plant seafood, JC. How many times do I have to tell you? When you stick fish in the ground, they don't grow. They just, like, go off and smell. Jeez. That's why no one wants to go to your base, Jesse. JC, it stinks. Pull the fish back up out the floor and put them in the fridge. You're a nightmare. Every single time. I don't know how you end up doing it. Who Seafood, says Tiz Tom. Hey, Tiz. I didn't say anything about a different team. I'm all Team Beets all the way, bro. Jeez, I didn't know Tiz was here. It wasn't me. I didn't say anything about melons or golden carrots or anything else. Jesse was like, oh, mate, OMG. But fish help things grow better. Yes, dead fish help things grow better. But Jesse keeps getting them out of the ocean, sticking them upside down in a field, and is like, why aren't these fish growing? Oh, JC, it's not how it works. Haven't you seen science on the telly? It's been on for ages, for years. They even had it at my school. Didn't they have it at yours? I think she's from further up north than me, though. I think that's probably why. It hadn't travelled that far up science at that point for JC, bless her. You mean tell me there aren't any fish trees, says Either Night. Fish trees. I'm with JC, seafood and eat it, says Deruza. The fish currently behind the ground, buried in the ground, probably don't want to go back in the fridge. It's too late for them, says Armory Gaming. I think you might be right. I think you might be right. We need to reconsider this. Jesse, JC, one of you. Oh man, I'm so tired. Don't put them back in the fridge. Throw them back in the ocean. You never know, they might come back to life. I doubt it, but at least they won't be cluttering up your field and making your base smell, okay? Jeez. Thanks, guys, for helping me deal with this. I try and deal with it on my own, but it doesn't matter how often I tell her. It just didn't go in, bless her. Stubborn, I think she is. My mother always said, I don't care what your mother said. That was 150 years ago. Things have changed, JC. We've got internet now. I can't even reply to that. I'm crying, says JCB. Sorry. I apologise. I've offended JCB now. I've done it again. I can't help it. I just go around offending people. I'm sorry. Made JCB cry now. Oh, jeez. The Knight says, all fish berry bushes. No, no fish berry bushes either. No fish trees and no fish berry bushes. I hate to break it to you, my friend. I know it must come as a little bit of a shock to you after all these years of JCB telling you that they exist, but it's fake news, I'm afraid. Nonsense. I'm sorry I keep wiping my nose, by the way. I realise that's really weird, but it feels... Do you know sometimes your nose just feels wet? Like on the edge? And you just need to rub it. I don't think it is. I don't think I've got a runny, but it just feels a bit wet. I'm sorry to bug folks if I am. Could someone please share the email for the Minecraft Update podcast, says Isridon. Yes, it is the Minecraft Update pod at gmail.com, I think. Check the link in the video description or on the podcast. I think that's what it is. Oh, please be that. I hope it is. If that's something else, oh, I'm going to be in trouble. Got a message back from Mr. Frank saying I don't know what you're talking about. Beg your pardon. Minecraft what? Thank you, says Isridon. You're welcome. Here, I'm from Hull. I know where fish come from, says JCB. Well, I'm from Grimsby, and I know even more. We're born with fish in mouths in Grimsby. We don't even speak like that in Grimsby. In car park. You don't know you're born, you, in Hull. You lucky Hull people. Come to Grimsby. What was it? There was a famous, like, guidebook or something. Or somebody went to Grimsby. It was a famous author or something, and they'd been to Grimsby. And they made a note and said, the visiting Grimsby smells like death or something was their summary of my hometown. Thanks, guys. I don't live there anymore. I live in Cleethorpes now. They're the same town? No, it isn't. It's completely different. Miles away. They're joined together? No, it's not. Fish fall from the sky right before it starts raining cats and dogs because fish lure in the cats, right? Says the Knight. Yes, that's exactly how it happens. I feel this is actually somewhat quite a bit harder without the water in it, believe it or not. I'm struggling a bit here. I can't tell what I'm doing, where I'm going, or how it's working without the water in it. I might have to, you know, just let the water loose and see how we get on. Go, water, flow! Flow, my pretty! That went a lot further than I thought it would. Oh, it's still going. Went a lot further than I thought it would. What oak tree? Was that oak tree there before? Yeah, that was what the beehive was on. I probably get rid of it at some point, but it's not in the way at the moment. It's a nice little tree. Don't like chopping trees down for the sake of it. You know, trees have feelings too. No, they don't. I bet they do. Just no one's discovered it yet. No one's done the research. You wait and see. At some point, it'll come out because one scientist has actually bothered to actually check. Do you know what it turns out? Pickle filter. No, Arcade Kenny, don't do it. To be fair, Grimsby does smell, but not as bad as Immingham. Wow. You're right. But I'm not going to offend any Immingham people. No, it's gross. It's totally gross. And Stalinborough. Oh. East Hull stinks, and it genuinely does. There's a like a chocolate factory and a refinery almost like sat next to each other in East Hull, and depending on what day you go, it just smells like burning. Oh, it's gross. That's when they discover the tree ants are real and get proper squished. Oh, pickle filter, jeez. You know it's Christmas Tato, don't you? Pickle filter's broke. He turned himself into a Santa Tato, and he's, you know, all miserable and not happy about the fact that he's a potato now. So, are you sure you still want it? Asking for a friend. Well, that looks better. That's got a nicer slope on it, innit? Do you have a fox face filter, says Deruza? No, I don't. They haven't got one on. Well, maybe they have on Snap Filter. It's changed a lot now. The Real Deal Pick says, I lived in a town with a huge something farm upwind. Always smelled like manure, so we moved as quick as we could. Oof. We want pickles, says Lofty. Pickle doesn't exist, Lofty. We've only got Santa Tato. You sure you didn't eat the pickle like you said you would, says Argento. No, I wouldn't do that. DB says, we used to have a sugar refinery here in all autumn winter. That's all you could smell. Gross. Sugar smells... Oh, no, we like sugar, actually. Sugar's nice. Okay, here we go. Oh, not again. I guess I'm back again, a Sanitato. I used to be a pickle once, but I found it was Christmas time and I made some changes to my appearance and ended up as a Sanitato. Can I get a hands up in the chat if you're a Sanitato too? It's hard work being a Sanitato. Sometimes you just don't want to be a tato at all. Asu Gaming, Midnight Wolf, Jaded Bananas, Love T10162335, Arcade Kenny, password underscore is underscore 1234, Agent R2. All wants to be Sanitatos too. I don't think you really understand what that means. I tell you from experience, nobody wants to be a Sanitato. I hate being a Sanitato. I'd rather be a Santa beet, or a Santa carrot, or like I used to be, a happy, smiley pickle. But I just ain't smiling no more. Goodbye, everybody. Well, that was morbid. Jeez. Even more depressed than usual, bless him. Must have really got to him. He did, I mean, to be fair, he was asking me, can I go and see my parents for Christmas break? I'm like, you're not having a Christmas break. You're busy, you've got work to do. He's like, but it's in my contract. I said, I don't care what's in your contract. You're working. You work here, you're doing as you're told. And you can be a pickle after Christmas. And in terms of your parents, I told you, I've called the police. They went missing. I don't know what happened. I know it looked like what was in my burger, but it wasn't. I know it looked like your mum's dress that was sticking out the side of it, but it was lettuce. So, you know, pickle, don't get all... Why are you crying? Why are you crying, pickle? What's your problem? And, he's just been sad since then. Don't know why. First time chat from viewer. NJ Hatchetman says, Jesse B lol. Jesse B, this is a secret potato endorsement. Daru says, Blue, he gets roasted by chat all the time. JCB saying, I think you're right, Jesse. No! Someone tells Highland he has friends. Don't do it. Nommy roast potatoes. This is pickle. Oh, Mitts, what you deleting? I want to see what it is. Oh, Mitts, meanie. Picknat says, hi, I'm Nathan. How old are you? Oh, Mitts deleted it. What a meanie. Sanitato is like a statue version of EO. I don't suppose you have a hug for me, do you? Okay. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. It's very Eeyore, isn't he? It's really Eeyore. It didn't even twig. Oh, poor Eeyore. Gotta love Eeyore. He's so miserable. He's so miserable. Poor Eeyore. Can we get a, little bit of time in the chat for Eeyore, bless him. I miss Eeyore. I mean, I didn't know him. He wasn't a friend of mine or anything, but I miss him. That's me, a meanie, says Mitz. Devex Alta says, sadder potato. Crane laughing, says Midnight Wolf. JCB says, are his parents not coming for Christmas dinner? Are they busy? Oh, they've gone missing, JC. It's a surprise to us all. I went to the house that they live in the other day, and they're gone. I can't believe it. I honestly, it was a mystery to me where Pickle's parents had gone. You know, it's a real mystery. Where's me water gone? Who's nicked me water source, mate? Someone's had me water source. Oh, jeez, mate. Probably evaporated, probably, in Bedrock Edition. Flaming Fox, love you. Hugs the potato, says Blue Shigatsu. Just a potato waiting to get baked with Silent. Wow, Mike. Whoa. You can't say that. Can't say that. Those are references to things that we can't talk about on Truly Bedrock. It's a serious anti-rule thing that you've just done there. That won't make any sense. You know what I mean? No, you can't say it. Jeez. The cage, says Vex. No, I didn't say cage. They're out the fridge. Oh, jeez, you got me confused now. It's because I'm tired. The nice house that they live in is where they got them out of. Yeah. Oh, you didn't make it infinite, says either. I did. It's just Bedrock's rubbish. It's not my fault, honest. It's a tasty mystery. Tasty mystery, says. I can't think for a second where they've gone. Officer. What was that? Nothing at all. It's my belly rumbling. That's what it was. Sounded like it was coming from your mouth, did it? Oh, that's weird, isn't it? Really weird. I'm sorry. Where does this all come from? Why do we have all of this nonsense on my? Why doesn't anyone else have this nonsense on their channel? Why doesn't Tiz or Silent Whisper have like weird pickles and potatoes that do stupid stuff in their live streams? Why is it me? Why have I got this nonsense going on? There's something wrong with me. Their house is a better air conditioner than you could possibly imagine, says but it's very chilled in their house. Yes, that's the way they like it. Keeps their skin nice and firm and supple and tasty. I mean, yeah, they're just nice and firm, so they look good. Pickles, says Lights Lab. They don't have weird filters because they're not like you, lol, says Khaleesi. I know. There's not many like me. They broke the mold when they made me, I'm telling you. This one's Duff, sir. Nah, it'll do. Chuck it in the bag, it's fine. No, it's broken. It's totally broken. We can't put this in. You can't put this out there into society. It's completely knackered. No, it's fine. It's fine. Just do it. It's fine. It's fine. No one will notice. No one will notice. Not like he's going to be on the internet in 37 years making stupid pickle jokes. It'd be fine. It'd be absolutely fine. Chuck him in the bag. It'd be fine. Send him out with the rest. Okay, sir. Fair enough. And that's how I was born. We didn't receive any messages, and Captain Foxy No Pickle definitely did not shoot the delicious, well-seasoned pickle family, sir. I didn't shoot them. They were very tasty. Yeah, I didn't. I don't know. Nothing to do with it. Don't know where they go. Who knows? Mystery, like I say. Because they're not as funny as you, says Lofty. Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it. Thank you, Lofty. Appreciate that. How's this looking? I feel like I've been working on this section for ages, but I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere with it. It feels really weird, this section. I'm really struggling with it. What do you think? How's it looking, peeps? Is it looking all right? I think we need to go down the edges a bit shallower at this point. You seem to have a livestock issue in your stream. Yeah, it's a good place for a wash. I mean, if I was a cow and I was like, oh, look, running water, or a duck, or a chicken, or a moose, or someone, I'd be like, I'm going to wash in that. And that's how Foxy was born, said JCB. Thank you very much for the clip in that. Appreciate it. Looking good so far, says Lifer. Thank you very much. Needs more goats, says Jaded Ananas. Looking fab, Hun, says UK Granny Gamer. Thank you very much. NJ Hatchet Man says it looks good. You seem... Oh, the livestock one. Hey, Foxy says Chaffy Bean. Hello, Chaffy Bean. I can't help saying your name without saying it in a silly way because it's a funny name. Sorry. That's my real name. Yeah, well, it's funny. Congratulations on having a really funny real name. It's very rude of you. Well, sorry, can't help it. I tried really hard and I can't help it. Chaffy Bean says thanks, you're welcome. Looks great so far, says Jessie B. Thank you very much. Looks fine. Just keep going. Fine, Juliana. Fine. Do you know how long it's taken me to do this? I spent all day at the hairdresser. Oh, the stream. Right. Okay, got you. Sorry. Overreacted there. Thought you was commenting on how I my attire and my hair. There's a place for folk that can't help it. Can't help it, says Jessie B. I always feel like it gets wonky in the middle, but it always turns out in the end, says Jessie B. Okay. And what about my stream? Woo! We kind of done that bit, haven't we? That just needs elevating a little bit. I know I'm doing a lot of rockery stuff around this bit, but I'm just thinking as it's going down, it's going to be going faster. And I don't know why, but in my mind, it's just that saying, oh, it should be more rocky at this bit. It probably wouldn't be. It probably like washed all the rocks away, but I just feel it would be. Does that make sense? Am I making any sense? Or am I just completely, have I lost? I've already lost ages ago. Everyone knows that. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like rapids, I guess. But I know the rocks would probably be on the inside rather than the outside. But, I don't know. Kind of makes sense. Tired Fox equals sassy Fox, he admits. Never, not me. That bit looks a bit straight. It's 4 wide and straight in a line for a while there. Oh, that bit, or this bit we've done here. Well, I think because that's coming straight down. If it's going straight down the hill, it's probably going to go in more of a straight line and round a corner. Don't you think? Or do you think we should bend that a bit? You're making me think that now. Oh, no, I think that's okay. I think that's long. I don't think that's too long to be straight. I think because we're going to bend it round here, look. That's curving round that way as it starts to shallow out. I think that'll be fine. I think it'll be absolutely fine. Don't worry about it, sir. We will have it changed immediately for you. Everything's fine. Just bear with me one moment. I'll make the necessary adjustments. Oh, my foot's killing me. Time to take the kid to hockey. Have a good stream and can't wait to see the finished rivers. Thank you very much. Lifer, enjoy taking the kid to hockey, to somewhere, wherever you're taking them. Enjoy it. Have a lovely time. I hope they have a good time at hockey. Tell them to do whatever you're supposed to do in hockey for me. It's not score a goal, is it? Is it score a goal? I don't know. What do you do in hockey? You hit things with sticks. I know how it works. I just don't know what the rules are. I did it at school, but I hated hockey. Absolutely hated it because it was just the sticks were too short and it made you bend down weird and it hurt your back. I just didn't like it. Need to name that donkey Eeyore, says Deruza. That horse looks like a German Shepherd. What horse? Gotta go out an adult for a bit. Responsibilities. Gross, Sofa Surfer. Well, you know, we all gotta do it, so enjoy if you can. As much as you can. While you still can. Gonna have that shoving them down that way a bit. Which means we need a water source. And we probably need one on this corner as well here. There we go. I loved hockey. It got me out of cross-country running and I'm lazy. I see, I preferred cross-country running. I didn't like cross-country running. Everybody, no, I don't know anybody. Oh, actually, I do. I went to school with 2 people that like cross-country running, but they were really weird because they like cross-country running. I didn't like cross-country running, but I hated hockey even more. I just found hockey so awkward. It just wasn't comfortable. I know that sounds weird because it's a sport, but it was just so uncomfortable. Did anyone else find that, or is that just me being lazy and rubbish? I love how I've read that one. Come on, chat. Jeez. Talk about going slow. Right. More mud. Mud and dirt and stuff down here. By heck. I'm going to have to fly around and see this. It looks fine from here, but what's it going to look like from above? Oh, speaking of, most of the time that I've been building bases, and I think a lot of other people do this as well. I'm not going to say everybody does it because I don't know. But I always do things so that I try and see what they look like from above, and sometimes they look good from above. But I want this base to look really nice from the floor level. So like the pathways and the lanes and stuff we do, I want them to look really nice from here, from the player's perspective. So above, they might look awful. They probably will because they'll have fields and stuff and all the wheat will unrender in certain places and things like that. But at this level, when you're walking about, I just want it to look really nice. So it's going to be, what's that called? Is that player scale, player level, something like that? I don't know. Rounders was my favourite, but I'm short, so hockey was okay, says Mitz. They must have just had dead little sticks at my school. They probably couldn't afford long sticks. That's probably what it was. My hockey stick was too short. No, don't nobody be making a "that's what she said" joke with that one, because that's too rude, okay? You just did. Oh dear. I played hockey once at school against the girls. My shins were never the same again, says Curse's Wolf. Did you have the one to get them tattooed, or what happened to your shins? My sticker didn't work, says Pickles. Oh, man. Yeah, hockey uncomfortable. Cricket too, says JCB. Cricket wasn't too bad. I preferred that to hockey. We had to buy our own sticks. School didn't have any. Oh, jeez. Ugh. Buy your own hockey stick. I'd have been, I can't, I'm ill. I've got asthma. Sorry. I'm not calling out anyone with asthma there. I'd suffered from it a little bit when I was at school, but it was weird. I had it to the point where I had some quite bad attacks, but it was always after I'd gone out from the cold and into somewhere warm. My throat used to close up, so the only way I could get rid of that was with an inhaler. It wasn't very often I'd suffer from asthma when that wasn't the case, but obviously it was quite handy to get out of certain things I didn't like doing in terms of PE. It was very handy. There's certain sports I had really bad asthma with, like hockey. Didn't seem to have any with basketball or football. They never seemed to be triggered with that, but hockey triggered it. Something chronic it was. I'm sorry, sir. I can't. Look, I'm going to have to go back to the classroom and get my inhaler, sir. Again? Yep. Really? Yep. Sure. Yep. I'm feeling very lightheaded, so I'm going to have to go now. I feel called out, says Mitz. Was that you as well? I played hockey once at school against the girls. My shins were... Oh, I've read that one, Chaotis Wolf. They never went to school, so I can't really relate, says Drew. You never went to school? Oh, man. I've never met anybody that's homeschooled, so there we go. There's a first. I wasn't homeschooled either. I just couldn't be bothered. Oh, there it is. Well, that explains a few things. Thank you very much, Quintillion, for party time. I very much appreciate it. Keeping me alert, keeping me on track. Do you know what? I feel all right. Maybe it's the coffee and the like everything else I've had while I'm streaming. But I started the stream feeling so tired because I'd not slept last night. I feel pretty all right at the minute. Feel pretty good. Having said that, I am going to end it on time today, which means it will be at the 2-hour mark because I would like to just chill out and relax and actually see if I can sleep tonight. I think that's the problem with me doing these late night things. I go to bed with a lot on my mind and then I want to do those things and then I can't sleep. Like last night, I went to bed after our TB meeting. It must have been like 1 o'clock in the morning and I had something on my mind that I really wanted to do. But I thought, no, I'll go to sleep and I'll do it when I'll get up in the morning. We'll do it in the morning. And I just tossed and turned for hours and hours and hours. And it got to like nearly 4 o'clock in the morning. And I wasn't planning on getting out of bed. But you know when you sort of stir and you just think, what's the point in laying here for the sake of laying here? And then as I went to reach to get my glass of water that I have on my bedside table, and I knocked it off, and it went all down the back of the cabinet, and I'm, oh, geez. So then I had to go to the bathroom and get towels, and I just thought, oh, well, I'm up now. I'm up now, so that's it. I'm staying up. And so I got up at like 4 o'clock this morning and cracked on. So I'm a bit tired. Was concentrated into super focus mode while with building in Minecraft and literally jumped. Ah, party time, wake up call for one, says Scalisi. Lofty says, I have asthma. Mine plays up if I've been out in the cold. Yeah, so that's very similar then. So like, is it when you've been out in the cold and you come into the warmth when it kicks in? Because that's what mine was. As opposed to, I always had a tighter chest when I was out in the cold, but it wasn't as bad as, like, as soon as I came in to the warmth and the heating was on, that was it. It just really set me off, and everything just, like, I found it really difficult. I had to run straight for my inhaler at that point and be like, help, I can't breathe. But it all sort of kicked off around about the same time as I started getting allergies, which was weird. I never had allergies at all until I was about 11 years old. And I could go out all day. I could be around pets, cats, horses, you name it, not a problem ever. And then where I lived in the middle of the nowhere, there was a place called Horse World, and they had a special day where you could go along and you could help clean out the rabbits. You could help like clean out the horse stuff, and it was basically just a day for them to get cheap child labor while your children were out of the house and you could put your feet up. Which was great because it was during summer holidays. I loved horses. We had a rabbit, so I knew how to like deal with them and everything like that. I think I was 11 at the time. And I went to get this rabbit out of its hutch, and they were like, "Oh, it's a bit frisky. Are you sure you're all right with it?" I was like, "Oh yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it." So I picked this rabbit up, and it kicked, and it scratched me under the chin with its back legs, and it my entire face swole up. My face swole up. My eyes shut. They were that swollen. All my windpipes shut. I didn't have my inhaler with me at that point because it's summer, so I didn't really suffer with it in the summer. And they ended up having to get this like emergency like shot thing and sorted that out. And ever since that day, I've been allergic to cats, horses, rabbits, basically things with short wiry fur. So dogs I'm fine with. But, yeah, little creatures and cats, I just can't be anywhere near. It goes on and off, though. Like, at the minute, I could be around a cat and just have an itchy eye or, like, a bit of a runny nose, but be otherwise fine. But some years, it goes so bad that I can barely breathe when I'm around them. It's so weird. Lofty says, yeah, I had to stay indoors in the winter mitts. T-Cat Carver, hello. Winter break means I don't have to be in the pickup loan at school and miss the start of the stream. What we doing? We're building, we're landscaping. Midnight Wolf says, my asthma is worse in the cold and gets better as I come inside and warm up. Oh, really? Mine's the opposite. Party time better than push-ups. Oh, we got to do a push-up. Thank you, Arcade Kenny. Really appreciate it. Really nice. My son has asthma and his is similar to yours. He's allergy related. That's when he flares up, and then when the temperature changes. Yeah, I haven't had an inhaler since I was about 16. My asthma went away. I've not needed one at all, but my allergies do flare up from time to time. And then that sort of progressed to like in the winter because of the heating, or I don't know if the heater's on in the car or what, but like my shins get really dry and dead itchy, so I have to take antihistamines for that. And my dad's got this thing that I've seemed to have picked up where it's called dermographitis. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of that, but basically if you scratch your skin like just lightly with a nail or a car key or something like that, it'll bulge up and it'll swell. And my dad's was so bad you could literally just lightly write on him with your fingernail and it would come up in like big bump writing all over him and it would itch him like crazy. But it was quite good fun. It turned out, yeah, that's what it was. So they put him on antihistamines for ages, and because I had all of these like allergies with pets and stuff, and we lived in the countryside and we had loads of pets, they put me on antihistamines, and they put me on antihistamine called Claritin, which was I can't remember, there's two types of antihistamine, I can't remember which type it was. It's not cetirizine hydrochloride, it's the other one. And I had that for years, every day, for years and years and years. And then all of a sudden, I thought my allergies had come back with a vengeance. My nose was constantly running. My eyes was constantly itching. It was horrible. It just every day it was. And I went back to the doctors and said, look, this is driving me nuts. I don't know what to do. And they're like, oh, try this one instead. And I went on the other one. It was fine. And then I stopped taking the other one as like an experiment. It turned out it was actually the Claritin that was triggering. It'd gone from curing my allergies to triggering them. So I basically have the same reaction to taking those antihistamines as I was doing to pets. So I'm perfectly fine with the other type, which does help me when I have got allergies to pets. But that other one triggers me off. It's really weird. We found out last year my son is also allergic to Christmas trees, so that was our switch to artificial, says T-Cat Carver. That's a shame. Jesse B says, my asthma was definitely triggered by any change of temperature, hot or cold or hot too cold. I'm going to sneeze now, speaking of allergies. That's not an allergy, though, just need to sneeze. I think it's this blooming thing on this new microphone. Flaming Fox says, I'm cats, dogs and horses. Not major, thank goodness, because I own all three, lol. Runny nose and swollen glands. Yeah. Lofty says, summer is worse as it also affects hay fever. I'm allergic to dogs. Found out I ended up, in A&E. Jeez. Do 10 push-ups and 10 squats and another. Oh, geez, so I've got to do 11 push-ups and 10 squats. Great. Cheers, guys. Oh, is that the time? Chlorophenamine. Loratadine. That's the one, JCB. Loratadine. That's the one that triggers me. Mickey T says, hello, Mr. Notel. How are you today? I was all right until I realised I got a load of push-ups and squats to do. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? Being allergic to allergy messaging would kind of suck, says Army Gaming. Yeah, when I've been taking it all these years and I was like, well, having to take it and feeling worse. And then I realised it was actually that was causing the majority of it. But I figured it out in the end. And now I hardly ever have to take them at all, apart from when my legs get itchy or if I go round someone's house if they've got a cat. Right, okay, I'm going to log out of the game for a minute. I'll do my push-ups and my squats, and then I'll be back panting and being looking forward to the end of the live stream, I guess. One moment, please. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, all the way down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, Nelly. 8, 9, 10. Oh, right down there. Hey, I'm getting good at them squats now. I don't even notice I've done them. I think I'm getting better at the squats. They used to be quite difficult when I first started doing this, but the squats is dead easy now. I'll have to whoop it to 20. Right, peeps, we have approximately about 15 minutes left of our live stream. And I am already slightly fed up of doing this stream, to be honest. Not the live stream, this stream. I'm a little bit bored of doing this stream right now. So, what should we do for the last 10-15 minutes? What do you think? Don't you enjoy doing that? I do. I've been really looking forward to do it, but I think I've done enough. My brain's gone to mush on where I need to put blocks. Oh, I need to add in burpees instead. I tell you what we should add. Oh, no, because that'd be really boring for you guys. But something I need to do more of is my, like, planks. Lower back, I really need to work on. That's really weak at the minute. And basically my core, I need to work on. So planks would be great to do that, but that's a really hard one to do because you obviously won't be able to see me all the way down on the floor there. And if I have to do like a minute plank, you're just going to be sat there bored. So we need to think of other ones that are like that. What are you going to do on your list, says Khaleesi? Everything. Cut down that oak tree with some TNT and a comedy redstone trigger. No, I'm not going to grief my base. Achievements, says Jobs Dev Tech. I've done them. Not all of them. I got a few left, but they're not possible to do at the minute. Yoga streams then, says JCB. No. You should add sit-ups. Again, I could add sit-ups actually. That'd be good for my core, but yeah, I could do 10 sit-ups. I could add 10 sit-ups actually. That'd be easy enough. Punch a donkey? Why? Why? Why you want me to be mean? Poor donkey. Ah, poor donkey. I stroke you, donkey. Plant a tree on the... I'll tell you, yeah, that's a good idea. I need to plant loads of trees up there. Good thinking, somebody, whoever that was. Millsy, good thinking. I've got loads of trees I need to plant. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Oh, I thought you said you found those squats easy. It was the press-ups that got me today. I don't know why. Because they're hard. Well, apart from that. They're well hard, just like me. Nails I am. Right, shove all of this out of the way in a random, not particularly organised fashion, so I can't find it later on. That's the way to do it. Many. Right, shove them in there. Then we need my leaves and decor box. Oh, where's my dark... Oh, there. Is that... I only got 20 dark oak. Ooh, we might need to do a little bit of dark oak leaf harvesting then instead of planting trees. I didn't realise that's all I had. We need to get my my fortune mending hoe and do leaf chopping. So we're going to have dark oak leaves. I'm not going to have spruce up there. It's going to be dark oak and oak mainly. So we'll go plant a load of oak. Then we'll go bone meal and plant some dark oak, get the leaves from them, and then obviously actually plant the saplings. And that should probably just about do us. Name a donkey Eeyore, says Emir. I don't think I've got any name tags. Anyway, that's a redemption. You have to have stream points. No, I ain't got any name tags. Sorry, I can't. I would love to, but I haven't got any. I can go rescue one, though. We'll rescue a donkey. We'll have a rescue donkey. We've got a stupid cat and a stupid dog in here. Oh, there was name tags there. Might as well have a stupid donkey as well. I think we've actually got 2 donkeys in my my horse section. Is that right? No, it is... How do you spell Eeyore? It's double E. Is that right? That doesn't look right. How do you spell Eeyore? Oh, it is E-E-Y-O-R-E. Okay, that just looks wrong, doesn't it? Okay. See, I think we've got a couple of donkeys in here, but they don't feel very Eeyore-y, them. They just feel useless. Yeah. You're not Eeyore. You're too happy looking. We want a miserable looking one. I bet they've despawned now. Now I've just named that name tag Eeyore. Bet they've gone. Yep, cleared off, look. We don't want to be captured. Sorry, guys. Eeyore's upped it. He's done one. He's made like a tree and buzzed off. The only problem... Is there any way of planting oak without getting giant ones? I hate it when you get giant ones. I want them all to just be small. Is there any way? Does anyone know of a way to do it? I know you can put a block like 7 or 8 blocks above them. So I know that's a way of doing it. But I mean an easy way. Can't be bothered to do that above every sapling. Just make custom trees. That'd be even more work than putting a block above each and every one of them. I hate the giant ones, says Midnight Wolf. They're so annoying. It wouldn't be bad if they were somewhere in between the sort of the height of the other ones, but they're just so giant in comparison. It's very frustrating indeed. I blame Pickles. It's his fault. Armory Gaming says, plant them in a pre-made 7 to 8 block high with torches to make them grow. Yeah, but I want them for decoration out here. I want them to be grown trees. These are not for chopping down. These are to look like trees because they're trees. So I know how to make a tree farm. I got one of those in my base, but I'm not making a tree farm. I'm planting trees to look nice. And I think I'm not doing these spread far enough apart because they want dark oak mixed with these as well. And maybe the odd birch as well. Not spruce, though. I don't think spruce is the right colour to mix in with these. We'll see how we get on with these. There'll be a load of big ones I'll have to chop down. And I'll probably just put the dark oak around those. But I want this to look like a forest at the back because there's going to be a forester's hut or a woodcutter's hut up here on the hill. That's what's going to live there. Right, let's grow some dark oaks. Get ourselves some dark oak saplings with our fortune hoe. Oh my goodness. That was taller than I thought it was going to be. I've got loads of wood this season. I don't know why, but I seem to have chopped down loads of trees already. And I don't know. I haven't intended to really, but I've just ended up with so much stuff. Wow, we got loads from that. That's good. Be nice if they were a little bit shorter so I could reach all the way to the top. That one's a little bit shorter. Greetings, says Nandi XP. Nandi XP? Greetings, hello. Greetings and salutations. Person from the chat. What? How's one doing today? What's a nice person like you doing in a place like this, hmm? With all these ruffians. Here's a leg up, mate. I just need to get on top of this tree if I can, please. Probably don't actually need all that many, but we're going to need some going forward for other stuff as well. So I don't want to plant them all and then have none left. So, yeah. I use scaffolding or ender pearls, says Scott Thing. That's fine. Well, scaffolding's fine for these, I guess, but ender pearls is pointless for these. They're good for the giant spruce. But these are almost short enough to reach from the floor. They're only like a couple of blocks too tall, so I don't see much point in doing that with these. Scaffolding, yeah, maybe. I just hate scaffolding. I hate it so much. It doesn't do what I expect it to do. It's so annoying. It doesn't place where I expect it to place. I don't want to crouch and fall through it. I wish there was another button you had to press instead of crouch. A very lucky season all round for you, this one, says Mitch. Why, what's been lucky now? When I been lucky this time? Greatly pronounced, you honour me, sir, says Nandi XP. You're welcome. Welcome to the stream. Sit down. Take a seat. Oh my goodness me. I didn't know you could get big ones. You said you wanted vines, not... Jeez. That's a really big... Has anyone else seen a dark oak? I've never seen a dark oak be that big, I don't think. I didn't know they could go that big. Deruza says scaffolding is even worse on Java. I know, I couldn't believe it. Because I hadn't played Java for so long, and I'd been playing Bedrock, and obviously scaffolding became a thing, and I'd not used it on Java Edition. I went onto Java Edition and used it, and I thought, how could they have got it even worse on here? It's awful. It's so bad. How could they add that to the game and think they did a good job? Well, just... That sounds really mean, doesn't it? But it's awful. I think if you hold crouch and jump at the same time, then you crouch without descending. You don't on Bedrock, you just go down, or your elytra activate, and then you just float off. That's really annoying when you're going up scaffolding and all of a sudden your elytra like, oh, we're flying, are we? Okay, yep, no worries. And you just sort of, you go up even more slowly and slightly off, so you end up falling out of the blooming scaffolding. Who keeps waving at people? Stop waving. Pack it in. Who do you think you are? Very distracting. I'm trying to do a live stream here and you're all waving at each other and I feel rude if I don't. Mid-White Wolf says, never seen them like that. Also, never seen dark oak grow with vines. I think I've seen dark oak with vines before, but I'd never seen them that tall. Maybe I haven't. I don't know. I'm just used to seeing trees with vines on in Bedrock, so it wasn't really a shock. It was more the size of it. Some builds, I do use scaffolding, but I agree it's most annoying. Oh yeah, there are times when I use it because there's nothing more suitable to do it with. It's just I don't like how it works. I just wish they'd make it better. It's such a good idea. I just don't like the way it works. I wish they'd make it easier for a no-tail like me. I use it all the time and I love it, says Jessie B. It's the like, all of a sudden it just starts falling to the floor. They keep raving about how Minecraft is that they're trying to make it more obvious how you do it so you don't have to keep going on the wiki and ask that, go to the website. That's the idea of Minecraft, the development, but it doesn't feel like scaffolding is particularly obvious in the way that it works. It's very much you have to figure it out and it's not obvious. And the fact that you place it and then 6 blocks later it just falls onto the floor. I get it, why they've done that, because otherwise it'd just be crazy how much you could do with it. they've got to add some balance in there, but it just feels wrong the way that that works. And I honestly, if they just made it so when you crouched on it, you didn't go down and you had to do something else to go down, I would like it so much more. You don't have to hold crouch on a ladder to go down. You just go down the ladder. So maybe holding crouch on scaffolding actually stopped you going down and you just go down otherwise. That would make... I'd be happy with that. Scaffolding burns well, says Iron Gaming. Yeah, it does. That is the good use for scaffolding. I can 100% recommend it for furnaces. Having said that, with the abundance of coal at the Mesa now, I'm a complete convert as of last season. Last season, I started off all about furnaces using scaffolding, and after just spending a few hours at the Mesa and running on coal blocks, it's the best thing in the world. If you want coal, go to the Mesa. You get ridiculous amounts of coal. You only have to go like 2 or 3 times the entire season. It's like going to the end. Got enough coal for life then. Well, I suppose it depends on what you're smelting, but generally speaking. And now we've got lava farms. Still don't understand lava farms, but I will be making one just to appease everybody because everyone keeps telling me to. I'll do a lava farm. Don't get it. I don't see the point, but I will. I'm going to do it right next to a lava lake as well, just to annoy people. Well, I tend to wonder how they would improve scaffolding. I can't think of any way. So weird. Oh, I think I just nailed it there, to be honest with you. Crouch to go down. And no, crouch to stay on it and just go down naturally. There you go. Solved. Unless you're on a flat bit, you know? If you're on a flat bit, you just don't go down. Simple. Make it last longer in furnaces, says I am stumped. What makes it last longer in furnaces? What? Won't annoy anyone, lol. I'd laugh, says Khaleesi. Why have you made it? I'll just get complaints then. That's stupid. You shouldn't have made a lava farm there. You've got a lava lake right next to you. Yeah, but I don't like the lava being all wonky like you said in the live stream. Oh no, we don't like the wonkiness of the lava when you take a bucket of lava out of it. Jeez. Oh, we got more bees. Big trees and more bees. Wow. That's quite a few have grown already. I didn't expect them to grow that quickly. Speedy trees. I haven't left much room for dark oak, have I? Let's smash a few of these and see if we can get some dark oaks growing around. What I really like about dark oaks, is that you can plant the saplings individually and just have saplings that will never grow and you don't have to muck about with string. I think that's great. I can see you. I can. You're not hiding from anyone there. You are not camouflaged, little chicken. Running behind another one. Okay, I'll go behind this one. You won't be able to see me then. I think we will. Silly chicken. There's no point in putting any on this bit because there's going to be a building on there. So let's spread these around here a bit more. Pop one in the middle here. I wish there was more saplings like that you could like plant that don't grow. Azalea bush. Oh yeah. Yeah, but apart from them. Dead bushes. Yeah, but apart from them. It's one of those spy chickens Jay talks about, says JCB. Sneaky chicken. Not very subtle chicken, that one. Do a few down this hill as well. Nice. What are we on? We're 2 minutes over time, peeps. You sneakers. You've been keeping me longer than I said I'd be, and you did it on purpose. You little meanies. Sneaking extra Foxy No-Tail time. Not a single one of you was like, Foxy, you need to stop right now. Stop, quick. I can't believe it. Not a single one of you. Self. Wow. That's it. You're all fired. I'm leaving in a minute when I'm finished. Okay. No, too close to a block. I'll end up as a giant one. Nice. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and dig a hole, and I'm going to AFK in a hole for a bit. Hopefully some of these trees will grow. And I'll come out later on, and hopefully we'll have a nice bush here. Oh, it's very dark. Jeez. I'm not going to do that yet, because it's too dark and I ain't got any torches. I'll do that later. X is streaming. I think you wanted to raid him. Yeah, I think I owe him a raid now. He's raided me enough times, don't you? So that's a good idea, Isu. Well done. Good thinking. Right, on that note, I'm off. I'm doing the off. I'm off. I'll see you later. Have a lovely time. Thank you very much for being here. I very much appreciate it. We'll roll credits. I don't think we've really got a great deal of time for it, but we'll do it anyway. And I'd like to say thank you all very much for watching today's live stream. It was a really nice chilled out one. I really enjoyed that. I hope you guys did as well. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for chatting and keeping me busy. And thank you very much for listening to me waffle on while I'm, tired. I appreciate it. If your name's on the stream, then an extra big thank you to you. Oh, you know, we're raiding X. Right, let's do it. Hit the raid button. Hit X. Start the raid. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye.